Now we are able to recognize that, for example, Mary is a super dynamic, independent individual.
Not a surprise.
Me, I find privileged to see these hands because left hand, you are born with a little curve in your left.
I'm born with what?
Psychology orientation.
Yeah.
You are born with the understanding desire to know why people do error and how should people make judgment to discern better, not run. And your heart line is like a saintly line, beautiful line, which gives us the clear idea that you have lived many lives in the past. You have a deep desire to know the truth. You born with that. You have a very strong desire to communicate to the world how much you learned so far in lives before. You have a star here indicating that you are very magnetic, beautiful, dedicated, determined, and passionate about life. And what really is most important is that you have come in this life with a strong determination to conquer your negativity and to achieve greater freedom of heart, mind, and soul. Okay. You have also developed double headline, so you are a person of multi-talent, ability to teach, reach, and guide human being.
Can I just say something to the
Yes.
person who's listening?
Please.
We've met maybe 30 or 45 minutes ago.
Yes.
And you know nothing about me.
I never saw you.
You never saw me before.
No.
And everything you said, like people who know me, they will say it's right on.
Oh my God. Thank you, Mother Divine. Thank you, God. Because to me, the hand is a miniature universe. Body is a
amazing
microcosmic, but hand is mini microcosmic universe. And I see the thoughts traveling. I see the flash circulating in atomic in structure because of the 23 chromosome. And I can see, most important thing in your hand is that you should be proud of. You are a person who want to be practically useful to the world. Not ideologies don't matter.
That's exactly that.
Another thing, this is your head thinking. You see, the way you grew up and the way you are now, it's a big transformation. You have already felt a great transition from the beginning, and this star is clearly representing beautiful desire to do better. Mm-hmm. Your truth line suggests you are a truth seeker. Your magnetism of sun suggests you are endowed with magnitude of beautiful, gorgeous, charismatic, sensitive, conscientious, good soul, allowing to balance your head and heart if possible. And doesn't mean you are vulnerable, that you will take anybody's statement, anything. Because I said earlier, you are a very intense, independent, dynamic character, love to rationalize, love to analyze, love to synthesize, and then apply human nature to correctly processing the information, and you have a hunger to help people.
That's my life mission. Two-part, to transform myself,
right,
where we can see it,
right,
and to help people transform their lives.
You see, this is the beauty of palmistry.
Yeah.
Now somebody will say, and I can say that if anybody wants to edit it out, you can say, I can tell you surely that you have conquered a lot of past life karma in this life by being cautious, by being a married or motherly nature, by being able to exercise your love and compassion and exercise on the top of that caution, maintaining your heart to develop compassion.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you want to continue being able to utilize your loving nature to the best of not only your family, your own advantage, but to the world outside. You have great magnetism to be able to do God's job. Your right hand, left hand, you are... See, in the astrology, where is your chart? See, your chart suggests here, you have, if this time of birth is correct, 12 noon.
Yes, it is.
Then Taurus ascendant, it's 29 degrees, almost getting into Gemini. So, which means that you are born with the desire to learn unique ways of divine, to persist lovingly, to investigate, understand, and teach. Although first 30 years have been hard to really do that. After 30 years, you are on the right track to be able to find your nest, how you will help.
Whoa, okay, that's right.
Number two, you have in the 12th house, 12th house is the house of liberation. And you know how astrology relates to human life?
Yeah,
I really want to tell you that that's a very important point which is necessary so that people know, and most people probably do not relate to astrology in that manner. But you being an intelligent person and being able to broadcast this as a mission, I'm very happy to share with you. First house.
First, can you just show what it looks like? Just.
Here.
Oh, we don't see much with the light.
This is the first house,
yeah.
And 360 degrees are. This is the nucleus of our 360 degrees. Although camera certainly will pick up, hopefully.
Ha! There you go. Yeah.
Good.
You can see it.
See, now they can see here.
Yeah.
This is the chart.
So this is.
And now maybe I should tell now so that I am now looking at, this is the first house, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 360 degrees of the whole zodiac is from a northern eastern point of view, astrologically divided in 12 subsections. Each house is a 30-degree imaginary distance from the sun and earth, and these are called houses. When we are born, head comes first, so first house is the house of head. Head contains two brain, therefore all the aptitudes of all kinds, pravritti, nivritti, and our prakriti and vikriti, all are seen in our first house. So head comes first, we cry. After cry, we need milk. Second house is the house of speech, which relates to finances in one way, but is speech faculties. Third house, child is given to the nurses to clean it up. Third house, labor house. Then after labor house is done, fourth house comes, mom says, where is my baby? Let me feed him from my own breast. So fourth house is the mother house, which is nurturing in all respects. That is fourth. That's fifth house is after mother is satisfied with nurturing, says go to school. So fifth house, mother says the school, go to nursery. After nursery to PhD level, fifth house remain the house of learning. Then the graduation, post-graduation after. Sixth house is born. Sixth house is where the assimilation of knowledge begins, and who does not assimilate knowledge properly or food properly, for them it is an enemy house, because man can be his own worst enemy. Then when he graduates from the assimilation, seventh house, where sexuality comes, sexual organ comes, husband-wife relation comes, or those who are interested in pursuing God like St. Francis did, many other masters did, that is the house where you become God realized by relinquishing the sexuality and transcending their limitation, then 8th house is born. 8th house is the house of longevity, but it's also the house of death. Now, when 8th house is good, it means you cannot necessarily die, you can grow further to 9th house, graduate to 9th. Like you graduated from the birth Taurus ascendant to 9th house. Most people die here because either their lawyer finished the story, or health finished the story, or their abuse of sex finished the story, or they are born with some conflicting patterns from the home-related environment. So 8th house serves to be death. But those who are smart don't die. They'll go into 9th house like you did, and now you are learning to grow wisdom, growth, understanding, humanity, spirituality, and deeper spirituality. And 10th is the karma you share with the world as you are doing. 11th is the paycheck, quality, and 12th is the house of freedom. So conscious, subconscious. Here, wealth, here, and asset and liabilities, opposite. Labor, fruition, 9th house. World within, our solidity and how much social glamour, achievement, or higher level we relate to serve humanity. You are very good because Sun and Mercury in your 10th house, you love when you are able to say to the world, and you can be little bit in the limelight of authenticity what you are saying. It gives you additional joy. Now 5th house is the house of learning, 11th is the house of earning, 6th house is the house of personal strength and courage, confidence, which comes as a result of being healthy, and 12th is the liberation. Then Buddha is born, let go, let God. Or we go to take all kind of negativities, bring the truckload of marijuana, and we go to jail, because confinement is also. So you see, 12th house is freedom from jail of human life, or freedom from the real confinement of the social establishment. So these 12 house, with their elements of planets, with their signs, communicate the same story as hand.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we can do that, and maybe if you feel. Now basically just want to summarize one thing. Yes, palmistry is, in my experience, one of the best mode of self-inquiry. Self is not just personal self. Self for me is impersonal self. It's not ego-conscious self. It is divine attuned concept of self. Another thing, every line I interpret, we can interpret in physical sense, cosmic sense, or divine sense. Just like when I teach the class in palmistry, I used to take 50 to 60 hours of just talking one house. So 12 houses, you need 72 hours right away, 720 hours. Same thing, palmistry, we have classes here, and we teach palmistry from introductory level to advanced PhD level, and we have already divided 18 courses to start introduction until you become a professional. In fact, one of the students here who is working for 30 years, her book has come out recently, how her personal quest in palmistry and astrology has led her to conquer her negativities, and today she is very happy to be the instrument to create 18 courses.
That's amazing.
Glen Valley. And she has written her biography. I like you to one day introduce her on your channel if you like.
Yeah, I'd like
your
to.
YouTube, and she will be more than happy. So it is not talking, she has proven, when she came first time.
Can you give an example? Can Ghislaine be the example?
Ghislaine can be example, because when she first time, many years ago, she came, I wrote there are 18 things wrong with you, my dear. If you are really serious to conquer these inhibitions, challenges, negativities, prenatal tendencies, all your post traits which you are cultivating can help you to conquer the past. And she did. And today,
as an example, what she did? Something concrete.
Well, she has, first of all, taken the palmistry class.
Yeah.
She was a French and she adopted an English teacher.
Okay.
She took the dictionary. For every word, her teacher, Kathleen, who is here now for over 40 years.
Okay.
She's also my senior most student here. So I gave Gillian the teacher, Kathy. So she understood. So she assimilated what people do in 3-4 years, professional. In 2 years, she completed all courses.
Wow.
As a result, she's a consultant now. And finally, she felt the need that if I can do it, conquering all those negativities, restlessness, anxiety, aimlessness, dimensionless.
Wow.
Especially.
So she conquered all of that.
All of them.
Wow.
So if somebody reads her book,
and I can put the reference.
Yeah, you can even show on the computer.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
There's a book here outside. So anyway, she's the one perfect, great candidate who has benefited from palmistry, and of course we have many people all over the world.
And I saw Ginette Renault ends as well on your wall.
And many other Quebec artists.
Yeah.
We have seen them all. Not all, we can say. We have seen many of them. Yeah. We have seen many of the England and Belgium and Switzerland and America. Basically,
yes, that's very, very interesting.
I find palmistry the best mode of self-learning, self-inquiry. You have all the great freedom to now exercise your enlightenment too, because Lord of the 12th house, Mars in Aries. So you have the ability to translate all these elements in your spine, and with your perseverance, with due humility, modesty, love, joy, right company of friends, teachers, and persistence, you have the ability to achieve a great deal of spiritual emancipation. That's your destiny now, not as a householder. Your destiny is now more as what you can do to others. So your loving nature has extended to include world as your center of attraction. Yeah. And you have beautiful ability to move the mountains of all kinds and achieve success.
That's so right.
Good.
It's so right.
And sometime later, maybe we can talk another time. I would be happy if you want to put anything. Because my only goal of life is to share whatever little God-given understanding I have. And because you are a person of multi-talent and you have a double headline, I'm sure anything related to spiritual quest, either it's astrology, numerology, palmistry, or meditation, yoga, tantra, all these things, you can do all kind of beautiful videos to enlighten people and to help people a great deal. And you are great soul. God loves you.
Thank you. You know, in the last days, I lived amazing things, and one of the one of my fear was to be rejected. So I looked at what was behind that fear, and you know what was behind that fear? Was the fear to be loved unconditionally by anyone who wanted to love me.
Yes.
And I realized that I had that fear, and I thought, well, that's just crazy that I fear for that. So I decided, no, there's no way. I'll just open, and whatever comes, I'm open to receive it.
Yeah. Ask and thou shalt receive.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's yeah.
And truly you have great potentials to help people after helping yourself.
There you go. It's always the first
because
thing.
many people can do a lot of talking. Hey, you are this, that, this and that. And,
Yeah.
and if you want to know more little bit about me, you know, in Chicken Soup of the Soul,
Yeah.
there are 3-4 pages.
Okay.
Somebody has written, which summarizes my life in 3 pages.
Yeah.
So you can stay here and read those pages.
Okay.
Or ask somebody to Xerox it and you can
Okay.
take it home.
Okay.
Then you will have a better understanding of me.
I read your bio on your
From-
website.
Oh, okay, website also, but you can, that's a
I will.
compressed.
Yeah.
The book,
Okay.
chapter,
Yeah.
compressed knowledge.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. What I've learned from you is that everything is related, like the macro, the stars, where we're born, is reflected as well in our hands,
Right.
in different sections, and when we go further, it's also there. So what I see is that everything is related.
Absolutely.
Everything is related, and when we touch something, I extrapolate, it's more my interpretation, but when we touch something at one place, it has a ripple effect on many other things.
Right.
On us and as well on others.
Absolutely.
And that palmistry can be used to help us for self-inquiry, where we come from and where we are now.
Where we are going
And where
how
we're
we
going.
can go faster,
Exactly.
better, deeper, stronger.
Yeah,
And knowing your negative traits, you can learn to conquer
yeah.
and effectively work your evolution successfully. Well, that has been my experience. And now palmistry is available. Now I have just finished 5th class in English. I have about 18-20 books in English, and now they are being translated. What my point is that now I'm putting all this knowledge for internet.
Good.
This is the 5th class. I just taught how to persevere. This was my lesson. This was my last class.
Okay. So anyone.
And if you are willing to come, sorry, if anyone wants to learn palmistry, be our guest.
It was my next point. So if someone wants to learn palmistry or wants to learn more about that,
Yes.
they can go on the internet and follow courses with
Follow
you
courses.
in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in French too.
In French? Wow. Okay.
18
I didn't
classes
know.
are available on French.
Wow.
Ghislaine
Okay.
has done that.
Okay. Amazing.
And
Okay.
now she is working on other courses,
Okay.
which soon will be on the Ghislaine.
Thank you for your legacy.
Thank you. Continued blessings.
You too. Namaste.
Namaskar. God bless you. It's a privilege for me to be able to share with you and with the world whatever you
Yes. Thank you very much.